Yo, what's up, everybody, and welcome to this week's episode of So What You Hear. I'm Jay,
I'm Craig.
10.
and we are in our first week with absolutely no football. Before this week, after this week, around this week, just
Nothing.
no football. Sad, cold time.
Life is slightly less than Panini, right?
And so,
You still get us, so
hey!
Yeah.
But, the only thing really in the news right now, other than, the draft, the combine coming up and off season is Justin Fields. It looks like him and the Bears are breaking up.
yeah, unfollowed him, but he really unfollowed him because he's tired of not knowing. He wants to know: are you going to trade me, or are you going? We get Caleb Williams, and I can understand from that standpoint, like not knowing, but at the same time, it's also a business. The team's not going to tell you what they're going to do right away.
Because they can't let everybody else know what they're going to do right away.
Yeah,
I guess maybe he making a point. You gotta let you said, just because you take your girl off your Instagram don't mean
You don't mess with her.
yeah. So that's just maybe let your girl know, like, I have other options. You might want to take me more seriously, and then maybe that's what he's trying to tell Chicago, like.
but
I'm hearing Pittsburgh and Atlanta are two
But
biggest of those options.
I also think the Bears are surprised how many suitors are willing to take
Apparently, a
on.
lot of teams were coming up at the Senior Bowl like, hey,
I don't know why they're
so
surprised.
what you want for Justin Fields?
I feel like he's improved this year.
Especially after that first 5 weeks, what we saw, then he came back with an injury, and after Tyler Badger played, he was like, okay, he finally started to settle down.
Yeah.
He wasn't just running right away. He was making him and DJ Moore were starting to.
Yeah.
It was. They were definitely making a run for a little bit, and then they just lost a couple games, and they were out.
I mean, especially if you look at a team like Pittsburgh, who kind of just needs a quarterback that can do something.
Well, especially with them having Arthur Smith now, Justin Fields would definitely fit more of that because they're more of a running team. So having a quarterback who can kind of go out for the play action, roll out, do those things they need, that would work for them. But
So,
who knows?
I mean,
Did you think, going, like I said, the whole message about the girl, you think that's the right way of going about it? You think it's just...
I mean, I also feel like he's like, if I'm your leader, let me know so I can just
I can lead.
Let me lead. I'm the you want to be the captain team, face of the franchise, but you just over here. Obviously,
dangling me around.
you got a first round draft pick, number one.
Yeah.
You're like, well, I can do what I want.
Yeah.
I almost got it.
Yeah.
So it's.
I mean, I think it's all he really can do.
But it also shows, I think he actually does care.
Yeah.
He does. He cares. Like he's like, I want to play. I want to be I like Chicago. I want to stay here, but I don't know what's going on. So yeah,
It's interesting. Do you think they should trade them? What do you think they should do?
It's such a tough choice because he has showed tremendous talent. But Caleb Williams is up for draft.
Mm-hmm.
And yes, we have seen kids that are supposed to be the next greatest thing in the world show up and not pan out.
Yeah. I was watching them and I'm like, he look like Dak and Mahomes merged together. He's big, but he's fast. He's slippery. He's hard to.
Yeah,
he's hard to
navigates,
get to.
He can throw it from
he can
anywhere.
make everything.
Oh my goodness!
Yeah.
It was like watching Steph Curry. It was crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy watching film on him, and I mean it's just hard not to. It's hard not to do that. There's really no other way to say it. It's hard not to go ahead and take that chance, especially considering you have seen where Justin Fields can be inconsistent at times. We've seen bad play where, if you can't fix that, sometimes when he has to throw the ball with his arm, the whole game, it doesn't always go great. He can make some great throws, but he can't really, he hasn't shown himself kind of control the team with his arm yet. And you're watching Caleb Williams do it.
Yeah. Now, Caleb Williams also had a better offensive line. Chicago has been.
And USC? That's really that great of a team?
I would say their scheme worked better with the quarterback they had.
Okay, I can give you that. I definitely can agree with that.
Because if they do keep Field, do you think they might use that first draft to get other things?
Definitely.
For sure.
If they're staying with Fields, that first, especially considering they got, what the number? Ninth?
Yeah,
so they're still top 10 anyway. Yeah. And chances are it's going to be a top 10 team that's going to want to make that move to get up there. So you're still going to end up with 2 first-round picks, and then you're going to end up probably with a first-round pick next year, and second-round pick this year, and a second round, and a third round, and yeah.
It's going to be a package. It's going to be a package of picks if the draft. Somebody's moved up to the first round overall.
Although I've heard that people trying to move up and switch with New England to try to grab a quarterback, New England's only asking for 3 seconds.
3 seconds. So that means they think their quarterback and everything else they need they can get in the second round.
Or they're going free agency and quarterback.
Kirk Cousins?
I don't know. Kirk Cousins, Joe Flacco, Baker Mayfield.
I didn't even think about
Okay.
Kirk Cousins.
Justin Fields.
He might want a veteran. He might want.
Okay. I like Joe Flacco what he did this year. He's decent.
I
He's
would.
not-
Well, I'm just running through guys that they maybe
I
don't
was
think.
like, I would.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
Kirk Cousins. I'm like, but Joe.
Kirk Cousins definitely
Yeah,
is, especially
um,
considering Justin Jefferson seems to be like, oh, if he goes, I'm going.
Now, my question is, if they get a quarterback in free agency, hopefully they get somebody they can have that can be there for at least another 5 to 7 years.
Yeah.
Because they don't need nobody who only got.
That's true because he's
Yeah.
exactly where you started.
So
Yeah.
they need something that's going to be at least a little bit long term, especially with Gerard Mayo's
And Kirk
10
Cousins is
starting 10 years
accident prone.
as the head coach. So I don't see them going Kirk Cousins because he's at the tail end of his career. Probably has like 3 years left, 4 years left tops.
Yeah.
Especially with that Achilles injury, you don't know.
Like I said, he accident prone.
Yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't go Ryan Tannehill.
Oh, I forgot about him.
I forget. No offense.
Arthur Smith. That's why Pittsburgh, I'm hearing Ryan Tannehill, because Arthur Smith had number one. Y'all were the number 1 team.
Okay. I remember when we had him. It was good times. But also, there was also, we couldn't get over the hump because we would do things that were not appropriate in my eyes.
Very
But
necessary.
So, I am not going to talk bad about it, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
I also think that with the Chicago Bears, I mean, are they getting Marvin Harrison? Are they going to be able to? Because
I mean,
I thought if they don't get Caleb Williams, I could also see a draft Caleb Williams and trade him immediately and get back. So somebody's like, "We picked him for you. Give us what we want."
yeah.
So it's like, okay, that could be more of a thing that could happen.
Cleveland.
Because okay, who wants Caleb Williams? We got him.
Yeah.
I can see that being more like, okay, we want him. So here you go. Here's boom, boom. Because you don't know if you pass up the first round draft pick, but say if somebody doesn't give him Caleb Williams, right? It's just, I don't know. That's the thing. It's up in the air. But I'm looking forward to what happens. I think Justin Fields is a good quarterback. I think he's definitely going to be. I just want him, if he doesn't stay there, please send him to a team that he can actually
Do something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, don't
So, I mean, there's a lot. There's Hall of Famers that didn't stay with their first team and ended up not being great until Brett Favre was not great until Green Bay.
Yeah.
Not Joe Montana. Steve Young was not great until San Francisco. Like,
Oh, you're talking about because he went to the. And they talk about, okay, yeah. All right. Well, because didn't Steve Young, wasn't he in the USFL first?
no, I thought he got drafted by Atlanta.
He was drafted somewhere else before. I think.
He was drafted somebody else. He wasn't drafted by San Francisco. He was traded to San Francisco.
I don't remember. I thought he was in the USFL first and then went up and then belly up and he came to San Fran, but I think it was just me. Or well, maybe that wasn't him. Was that Jim Kelly? Either way.
But, yeah.
Yes.
But anyway, yeah. Team, there's a lot of guys that go to
I'm
a
sure
new team
people
and
will tell
then
you the company.
you see them go. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it could be interesting, but there's also tons of free agents out here.
There's a
There's
lot
of free
of free agents out here and opening up for the whole league. I mean, there's some guys on here that just, I mean, they could alter teams massively.
And it's all about, and the thing about it is there's a piece for whatever you need out there right now. Free
Yeah.
agency. Like, you need a running back, we got Derrick Henry,
Austin Eckler,
Josh Jacobs.
Saquon Barkley,
Like, so it's
yeah,
It's a
J.K.
pick.
Dobbins, yeah,
Defense.
L'Jarius Sneed, Antoine Wilfare,
Yeah, I guess it was out in
Yeah,
defense.
see,
secondary.
Yeah, it looks good.
Josh Allen, Chris Jones. If you look,
Yeah.
it's
and then I mean receivers. You got T. Higgins, Michael Pittman, Calvin Ridley, Mike
Mike
Evans.
there is tons and tons of people. I think this is the first time in a while where there's been that much.
Talent coming to free
Yeah.
agency, and then this is one of the more talented drafts. Like
Yeah.
overall, there's a lot
we were
of talent in
watching,
this
these
draft.
boys look
Yeah.
good. Yeah.
So you've got a lot of talented free agents. You got a lot of talent in the draft.
Do y'all feel like lately in the past 3 or 4 years we've had a lot more NFL ready players right away instead of having to wait for them to develop?
Yes.
I think there's a lot of places for them to go. You know, like Eli and Peyton have their quarterback camps and things like that. I think these players, they know what they need to do to be in the pros.
And I think also a lot more offenses are doing pro style
A
offense.
That
lot
is
of colleges,
true.
period, and defenses.
Mm-hmm.
That is very true.
Defenses have been running more pro style for a while because you're trying to compete with people because it's not even about winning. Trying to get people to come to you. You got to compete with Bama and Georgia, who teams are drafting literally their whole starters and been like, oh, okay, literally Philly is Georgia.
Yeah, it's true.
So-
Georgia's defense is basically, Philly's defense is basically Georgia.
Yeah.
I know.
And just like Georgia's season this year, it was disappointing.
You're so deep.
Hang on. Georgia lost once. They lost once. They lost to Bama. That was all.
Yeah, and Bama
Is
went
that
all
what they
the way.
wanted to do?
Bama didn't go all the way, so they lost to a team that didn't go all the way.
Stop being like that.
So,
You know where you
just
at.
saying. But
Bama had you sweating. Let's not even play.
Philly and Philly just fell apart. But yeah, I think that's really what it is. I think a lot of these teams are getting more pro style of everything.
Yeah.
I think with like you said with the camps, I think you're kind of right on that. I think you're right with the camps and stuff, and I think just like social media and stuff, it's so much easier to sit down and just, hey, can I get a pro cover 2 and see how this should be run by all stars? I could go see how, I'm a safety, I want to play like Palamalu. I can go back and watch his all 22 from my house.
And I feel like there's so many more mentors. Like, you hear them
Yeah.
talk, people grabbing players by, under the
Yeah.
and stuff. I think I've been seeing a lot of that where, going over and telling them what they're going to need to do.
And now you have a lot more kids in the NFL now. You got players that's kids and cousins and nephews and stuff.
Yeah.
So, there have been I've been being trained by an NFL player since I was born.
You got her,
Yeah,
so-
Christian McCaffrey.
Shit,
almost every
you look at
every quarterback out there's father played.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
so true.
So-
You have,
Weren't we just talking about Marvin Harrison Jr. getting
that's
drafted?
what I'm
Yeah.
saying. Harrison Jr.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was thinking we got Patrick Surtain Jr. in
Yeah.
there. Well, who else? Oh, we got Asante Samuel Jr.
There's so many.
There's so many juniors in the NFL. It's
You got siblings. You got
Yeah.
you think Eli and Peyton are gonna get their nephew ready?
yeah.
That's going to be crazy too.
I just hope he gets
still don't
playing.
know
I just hope he
what's
gets playing
Because
time.
Quinn Ewers decided
Yeah,
to come back.
yeah, he's in his sophomore season.
He's
so-
I think he's gonna leave
He's gonna
school.
transfer.
Yeah.
I don't think he's going to sit behind.
I
Ewers
wouldn't say
twice.
it again. I think I'm going to a different school.
Well, look,
And he might get lucky because Ewers has got to come to the. Are they going SEC or Big Ten?
Texas?
SEC, right?
I think this is going to SEC. I believe so.
But they're going to get dogs, so he might get a job because
It's going to be interesting.
you're in a tough division.
It's going to be interesting.
But
Are y'all excited about the combine?
I
Combine every year gets excited.
It's fun to watch. You get the idea of you almost feel like you're the owners yourself. You get to look at the guys and you have an idea of what your team needs. You have no input, but you know what you want from what you see. I see a lot of remember over the years.
I've already looked at
And when you take
I
that
looked-
time to go, you know what? It's not even just that I don't think this kid's good. That's not how we play, or he's not going to fit there. This is how. He's a finesse guy. You don't want to send him to Pittsburgh.
What's his name? The one who had the one arm, one hand.
Queen,
I think when it was a combine, I think that people got to see him and they were oh, okay,
he's
yeah.
balling.
It went,
he can play.
Yeah, he looked good. So I think, things like that where you get a
I
chance
think JJ
to
McCarthy
see.
is going to move up the draft board
Yeah.
because Michigan didn't throw the ball a ton, but when he threw it, he was really good. And a lot of coaches in Harbaugh, an NFL coach, when they get to see him throw the ball, because the way our system worked, I don't think people got to see how good he really is.
And I really hope that I hope the quarterbacks who we want to see throw the ball, because sometimes we get there and I'm not throwing.
Well, a lot of them will throw on the pro day.
Yeah, so
But I think McCarthy's going to have to because he's still he's not getting that national recognition. If you're Jaden Daniels, if you're Drake May, Caleb Williams, all throwing at the combine does is possibly lower you. It's not going to make it. There's no throw they're going to make at the combine that's going to make them have a better stock than what people are already saying about.
Oh, I didn't know. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, I mean that's definitely going to be interesting to see how that comes this time next week. So it's going to be. I'm looking forward to it. Man, I don't know. It's just
I'm not trying to fan it, but I just keep looking. I know the Giants. We don't trade. We don't move up. I see all the teams that are picking in front of us.
I heard
these
you might be
quarterbacks.
you should say they might even trying to move up this room.
I've heard that the conversation of moving up, that 3 seconds to move up in New England, that we might move up to get Jaden Daniels.
Look at you.
But
that's just rumor.
we don't do that. And I just feel like looking at the teams that need quarterbacks, all of them are going to be gone. And I just see us at 6 taking J.J. McCarthy.
You think they're going to get a running back to not keep no?
Not in the first round. They're not going to run it back in the first round.
did that last time.
Yeah. And then it was exactly what it was. Yeah, we had a great running back.
But, yeah.
That's all we had.
Yeah.
And conversation is where we want a quarterback. Like, they can try to say what they want,
You
but
need a
everywhere they go,
quarterback.
we need a quarterback keeps
to
coming out.
pretend like Daniel Jones is the guy.
It's not
that
that
dream is
you
over.
just don't want to admit that we're about to have to eat $40 million.
You caught lightning in the bottle. Like, literally caught lightning in the bottle.
Yeah.
So,
I think that's what
But
you
I think McCarthy could do it.
Yeah.
I think J.J. McCarthy or Jaden Daniels would. Like, I know we're obviously Caleb Williams who I want.
I just don't want
But-
to be disappointed.
He's already
Like, I don't want him to be let down. Like, because look, if the draft, if he comes at number 6 and they draft completely off of what he's going to come on the screen.
I am going to be so pissed.
Every year he
Makes
gets a
me
little closer, just I'm taking this giant stuff and just putting it away.
Well, I think last year, because you
Oh,
were way too
yeah.
excited last year.
Yeah,
so
last
I
year.
think you're humble. You got really humbled from last year because I tried to tell you because as a Cowboys fan, trust me, you know how long I wait before I get excited and it still hurts in the end. So
Yeah.
Like,
Well, because
people-
y'all's problem ain't until the end.
no, but people always try to get me excited. Like, oh, I think this is and like,
Wow, this might actually be
hello.
okay. We're working here.
Oh wow!
If you could hop down.
So
that
everybody
would be
just wants
wonderful.
attention.
I
What
know.
are we
Let's
doing?
put her on the floor.
Why does everybody want my attention right now?
Oh man,
They miss you off the
this is
track.
the off season where I'm not even editing that out. It's just gonna stay.
Like,
She's a beautiful cat. She should be singing.
we're the animal kingdom now.
Yeah.
Stop.
Oh, I should have held her up.
Yeah.
But no.
Simba. Anyway,
It is Black History Month, right?
Oh.
That's
is it still February?
Yeah, for a little bit longer.
I think that's
Next month
you
we
got
can talk about me and Fade in the Fade.
No, I don't know.
But yeah,
This is the first week of off-season talk. What is there else to talk about?
there's so much because the problem with off-season talk is until certain dates, it's so much BS. Like I heard we were talking to a center. We went and drafted a center last year, and you're talking to a center that's going to go in the first round. If you dumbasses draft a second freaking center, I swear that I will smack John Mayer myself.
You might, but Joe Alt's a good tackle.
We have a left tackle. I'm not wasting a first-round pick on a right tackle.
Hey, guess what? You don't get to make decisions.
That's why we don't win except once every 10 years.
I'm going to turn this into the Giants.
have them call you.
Yeah.
I mean,
We win once. We have one good season every 10 years. We're like a Nas album.
at least it's there. You know, I'm still waiting for. I don't want to talk about it. I don't feel like crying again.
My team is in the right now. We are just looking like,
You still look better than us.
you know, I'm not even going to address.
You
it.
have a quarterback.
We do.
But
We
y'all want-
don't have any weapons. Yeah,
They
what are
gotta
our
keep
weapons?
Derrick
I think
Henry.
Saquon's about to leave.
They all
Jalen
have-
Hurts is
okay.
tissue paper.
They're talking about we about to lose D-Hop. We ain't got no receivers. We gave A.J. Brown away for fucking peanuts. Wiz?
You did give him away. Like,
So Wiz, tell me who we throwing to.
Traylon Burke.
Traylon Burks, the first round draft pick who can't stay healthy.
Okay.
What's that sound like?
Okay, well, let's go through this.
Mike Evans.
Oh, but we do have 67
Michael
million.
Pittman.
We do have other money.
Yeah.
And
T. Higgins, Michael
Yes.
Pittman, Calvin Ridley, Mike
You're right.
Evans.
We
And
have
there's
money.
like 47 star
I
receivers in
love
this
Mike
draft.
Evans, but he can hurt your feelings sometimes.
Hang on, don't matter. He's still good for 1,000 yards.
And for what Will Levis is going to
And
do.
I love Mike
He's still good for
Evans,
1,000 yards and almost 10 touchdowns
And
at least.
you could grab Mike Evans and then maybe go in a draft. And I mean, I don't think I'll be able to get like a Romeo Doomsday. I think he's going to go too early. But like,
Remember, we're 7th pick.
oh, you might get a Doomsday.
But I'm hearing that we might get a tackle or we may go Brock Bowers.
Brock Bowers would be a good pick. That's a solid blocking and receiving tight
Yeah,
end.
so I'm very hopeful. I'm also looking forward to I want to see the offensive lineman because I want to see something that we could possibly get. I was saying Joe Alt because I was thinking maybe we might get him because he looks really good.
Joe Alt is a dog.
Because with Peter Skronsky as a left guard, and then we get a good left tackle, we shore up that left side of the line for Will Levis, and that'll be a good thing. And I have faith in Tajay Spears because he looked really good last year.
He did.
Yeah.
And I'm okay with my losing Derrick Henry. Unfortunately, I don't want to, but I'm okay with it. And if we get another decent running back, more of a bruiser, kind of like
Yeah.
and I'm fine with the two-headed dragon. You're going in the backfield. So
I think if
Number
Dallas
7,
had
Blake
Derrick
Corum's
Henry,
available.
I think our offense.
Number 7, Blake Corum's available.
yeah, but they're too much alike. Like Blake Corum and Tajay Spears are a lot more. They're more slow. Like Blake Corum is definitely.
I don't know, because Blake Corum runs like Marshawn Lynch.
Yeah,
He almost looks off balance, but you can't knock him over.
I just don't think he's going to be there. Or I don't think we're going to be. I think if we use our first round, I think our first round draft pick is either going to be like a tight end or a lineman, and I don't think we're going to go running back. But I could be
You
completely
think you
wrong.
lose your running back and you're not gonna get another running back?
They have a running back.
I think they really believe in
You
Tajay
need
Spears.
more than one running back. Ask Dallas.
That's very true.
Ask Baltimore.
Pollard's a free agent.
Oh, I forgot Tony Pollard is a free agent.
Is that what they said?
no, he
Didn't
tagged him.
they tagged them?
Yeah.
So there is definitely people out
Dallas don't let people go.
Y'all
He
ain't
ain't
something.
going nowhere. They gonna just add.
there.
They not like Dallas. I mean, they
Shoot.
do let people, but
We can go ahead and
they're
get Zeke.
I mean, Zeke is a solid.
yeah.
They didn't use
Listen
him right.
to that.
They didn't use him right.
Not
in
in
New
New
England.
England.
We'd use him perfectly
Yeah.
right up in the right down. Yeah,
That's what Dallas was
red zone.
And he wears down teams too.
Mhm.
And that's what Pollard had. Zeke would wear them down. And
He
then
just
Pollard,
yeah.
you know,
They
and
just
now
didn't have the juice to chase him.
yeah. So and that's what Derek does. Like, and that's what I want for Dallas. Like somebody, a big body.
Well, that's why I think
Yeah.
Austin Eckler would be good for y'all too. Cause
Oh,
he's
you know, I
he's a
love
pinball.
You know, yeah.
I get the Austin Eckler
Josh
every year.
Jacobs would be another good one for you from the Raiders.
Yeah,
Josh Jacobs.
yeah.
You think
Dobby-
you think they might go?
Oh,
He's
yeah.
gone. He's
Oh,
free
he
agent.
is gone?
Yeah, they didn't do
Free
nothing.
agent.
They messed up with that.
I can't. Okay.
Yeah, there's running
I
backs.
can't. My
Yeah,
mind's like,
there's running backs out there.
Yeah,
That's what I'm
very
saying.
good ones.
Yeah, that's why it's running back heavy. And the only thing is,
I like
you gotta
Tony
see-
Pollard, but I think he needs a compliment. I think.
Yeah, he needs a
And-
physical compliment.
And what's his name? Who
But
we
you
have?
can't start
Who
Deuce
we
Vaughn.
have?
You still have Deuce Vaughn.
We do have. I think
You
I
have
want
Donald
they're trying to.
Vaughn, which
yeah.
you can get
I'm
some.
trying. I want
loose-
they're trying to bulk him up.
Deuce Vaughn?
Yeah.
Just Vaughn.
Maybe. He's
Loose
small.
ball.
You can't see him behind the line.
Yeah,
And so,
I
yeah,
wanna be
yeah.
Trying to, yeah. Because like what's his name? Our other
Donald.
yeah, he's good, but him and Pollard are so like you
Yeah,
said, there's
it's
so much
too much
alike
alike.
that is they
That's
go they need the same
They
thing.
might let Pollard because they have somebody like him and they're young and they're on rookie contracts. And
So,
and
yeah.
you know, y'all want to pay people, it's all about trying to save your money.
That's true. Because it's defense. I think they need the most. Our defense is good, but
I need a
I just
safety
think
too.
Oh, I think Dan Quinn's scheme was trash. I'm sorry.
I just it makes no sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey,
Good job in Washington.
whenever-
You're gonna get beat.
whenever our defense is having problems, there's no one to like. They have no rally up. Like they just sit there and look defeated.
I
Like,
don't know what to do.
like he's up there in heaven not talking. Like, come on, we need help.
I mean,
like,
it's, like I said, it's the same thing he's had his whole career.
and
Same
maybe
thing he had in
I'm
Atlanta.
ignorant. I don't realize
If you
there's
get
that-
physical with his defense, he can't do anything.
there. Yeah.
And as soon as anybody got physical with Dallas,
That's true. When you
that was
out
it.
physical
Game was
with the
over.
defense, it was
That was it.
And if they don't get you off the field right then,
Immediately.
like, yeah.
If you can get the first down, you're gonna march all the
They're
way down.
end
and score a touchdown.
zone. They could stop you at the end zone, but you gonna get down there.
You
like,
would get at least a field goal. Most of their stops came from people trying to force touchdowns when they could have just kicked field goals.
Yeah, and we saw that. Yeah. So, but like
The Detroit Lions. But yeah,
I hope he learned some lessons. Go ahead and get the points. Like
sometimes in field goals, like
without
3 points is a
one
lot,
game
but when
with
you get to
field
the end of
goal,
the game and you've gone for it 5 times and you missed 4 of them,
and how
that's
many
12 points.
Yeah, exactly. Like it's ridiculous. Like you get the points, you kick the ball. Like you just get no more.
I mean,
every time they stop
Pittsburgh
you,
used to Baltimore for a while wins like that. They'll get a field goal on every drive. By the end of the game, it's like 17-10, and they will beat you.
Yeah, like it's just
You can't make 17 out of just field goals, but you get the point.
they had help somewhere.
Whatever.
Like, there's different ways.
I mean, seriously, I mean, I've seen games where I'm like, if we can just get a field goal every down, I think we're gonna win.
Yeah,
like,
your defense do the rest.
Yeah.
And their defense will be doing it, but you gotta score. It's just I hope lessons have been learned.
Yeah.
Like
Mm-hmm.
you had this. This was yours to
But,
win.
I mean, they have an explosive offense, and sometimes getting points and getting up makes the other team's offense play in a position where your defense can play better.
Yeah.
Because when we're tied, I don't have to make something happen. I can play it easy. But if you're up, even if it's just by 3, I gotta catch
score.
up.
I have to get to that end zone.
So now there might be a pass on a down that was a run that could turn into a sack or a fumble or interception, where before it might have been a 3-and-out, a punt, and now you're working a whole field again.
and the second half isn't going the way you want it to go. Get the opportunities to get the points when they're there. Like
You'll watch defenses start being more stringent. Like, we can't keep letting them get us 3 on every down, And next thing you know, they start over jumping things. And
but you want to stay. It's just I just hope lessons have been learned. Like go and get your points. So just don't be stubborn. Just get your points.
yeah, very much.
And that's on my little 2 cents.
And that's what I think. But yeah,
You guys have anything else?
I can't really think of nothing. Like I said, we're waiting. Combine's coming up. Drafts in
Start
2
looking at
months.
some ideas.
Yeah, I mean, for sure.
Probably have in the next near future, in between draft and combine. That's what's next week. I was thinking maybe we'll pick a conference and just kind of go over each team individually,
And what they need, team needs.
what they need,
Okay.
what they're looking at, stuff like that. So watch us break your favorite teams down, say what we think you need, and don't know if it really matters for much, but who knows? I mean, Mel Kiper's famous now. Apparently, you can do whatever.
Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe.
All right, hit us up on our social media. Holla at y'all. Peace.